Check, check, 1, 2. Oop. Check, check, 1, 2. Reconnect. There we go. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Check, check, check. Mic check, 1, 2. Mic check, 1, 2. Check, check. Check, check. Welcome everybody to another edition of the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week live on YouTube. We've got a doubleheader for you on this Saturday evening. Our first game is between Sandwich and Nauset. Sandwich, the home team here at Gallo Arena in Buzzards Bay. Later on this evening, after this one's over, it's straight to Hyannis for Falmouth versus Barnstable. I'm Jim McCabe. I'll be providing play-by-play for this contest. Pair of Division II teams battling in the Atlantic Coast League. Pausing now for the starting lineups which are being announced.
First, the Warriors. At defense, number 17, and Hall. At defense, number 4, Luciano Jackson. At outside, number 28, Nick Canoli. At center, number 8, CJ Snow. Ladies and gentlemen, grab a snack, get comfortable, and enjoy the game.
Okie dokie, the starting lineups announced, the national anthem played. We're ready for part one of our Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week, live from Gallo Arena, Sandwich versus Nauset. Well, we can give you up-to-date stats on Carson Schemenauer, the starting goaltender for Sandwich. On the season, he is 6-3-2, 6 wins, 3 losses, 2 ties. Goals against average of 1.87 and a save percentage of .916. It is Chase Holmes starting in net for Nauset. He gave up 4 goals in the 4-3 loss to Falmouth. Coming into that one, we don't have the updated stats, but coming into last Saturday's game, which was the last game that Nauset played, his goals against looked like this. It was 3.09, and his save percentage was .881. So I don't think those numbers have changed too much. Big comeback effort for Nauset in that one, the 4-3 loss to Falmouth. They were down big in that one, down multiple goals multiple times. They got goals ultimately from Connor Still, as well as Darren McDonald and Nick Dadley. Tell you about Sandwich's recent schedule. We just saw them a little bit ago too, but they played a couple games since our last time, including Sandwich in the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. So you know how things roll now from our perch here. We see half the action a little better than the other, but we'll still give you the play-by-play for the far side of the ice and try and fill it in a little. Sending this puck out of his own zone is Andrew Childers. It was spiked back the other way by Nauset's Cam Hull. Both coaches talking to me before the game. They think this is going to be a good one. We're going to also talk about the history of these two teams. This will go down the ice into Nauset territory and just does not go down fast enough for an icing. Sandwich on the forecheck as it was attempted to be cleared by John Purcell. It comes around and doing the geographical identifiers as if we are at center ice, so played around to the near side. It was just a moment ago. Now the puck does eventually escape out center. Here's Nauset. Man making the move and shooting. Great block there. That was the shot from Miles Walther and the block from Colin Norkovicius. And then the Sandwich net is off. Sandwich, in the last couple of games, they've split those decisions. We saw them in a 4-0 loss to Falmouth. Since then, they beat Dennis Yarmouth 5-0, and Sandwich beat Abington 8-1. So actually, I'm sorry, they've won both of those games. So Sandwich on a little bit of a winning streak here and playing a divisional rival that these two teams have played very tight in the recent years. Sandwich in the far end. It's stashed along the far half wall. Giving chase is Rob Cardillo. Now the puck will squirt free for Jonathan Stutzman. Stutzman throws it out in front. No connection made there before it's chased out the center by Jake Campbell, and he'll fling it right back in. Sandwich has got the good, strong forechecking pressure right now. Nauset had a great chance a little bit ago from Miles Walther. Now it'll be chased behind his own net by Noah Clark for the Nauset Warriors versus the Sandwich Blue Knights. Clark tosses it ahead, but there's that Sandwich forechecking pressure again. Maybe this time, yes, Nauset does get it out to center ice. Passed over to Childers from the near side. We'll dump it in and assume the point position while Sandwich forwards go and chase. Rung around the boards, kept in at the point. Shot on goal by Drew McKinnon. The save was made by Holm. On the near half wall, Nauset will again try to deliberately get it out. Little seam there. Nice job by Nauset's number 28. That's Nick Dadley. And then he was trying to get that puck in the neutral zone, but there's Sandwich putting it right back in. They haven't really gotten too much rubber to the net. That changes here. Childers' shot may have been going wide, but knocked down anyway by the glove of Holm. So these two teams since 2008, 2009 have a record of Sandwiches 9-7-5 against Nauset. You look back to the last, you go back, it all changed after the 2013-14 season. Not a very good year for Nauset. Sandwich beat them by combined scores of 9-0 and 10-1. Since then, in the last 3 seasons, it's been a lot tighter between the two teams. Poke that, and finding this is Jake Campbell. He's got plenty of space as he emerges on the far side of his own zone and skates through the neutral. Gets a nice slash to the legs from Connor Still. Now played around the end boards to the near side. And Sandwich tries to operate here with this puck. Coming out from behind and shooting this, Stutzman wide of the net. Getting to this on the rebound off the end boards, Cam Hull, and it goes all the way down. And you see right there in the far end of the camera angle, the wholesale changes being made by both teams. The bench is just ahead of us. And now this will be carried ahead on the wing by Caleb McDermott. Passes into the middle, but it dribbles on through. Good pace to this one to start. Off the glass, Nauset gets the clear. Childers with the head up. He knows that the pressure is approaching, is what I meant to say there. Carried up the wing by Sean Connolly. He's got a couple of players all over him. One of them takes it away and passes it ahead. And now starting up with this is Ben Winslow, but he's got already defense on him. But he was able to drop it back. Man carries it to the slot and shoots it there again. Miles Walther with the chance, but that shot blocked in front. And then melting it down is Carson Schemenauer. Last 3 seasons go back to 15-16. Sandwich 3, Nauset 2. The two teams then tied at 2. 16-17 season, the teams tie at 0, and Nauset won 2-1. And then last year, Sandwich won 5-3 in the first game, and Nauset won 3-2 in the second. Puck right below us. Shoulder thrown there by Zachary Brooks as he tried to pursue the puck. But it will be controlled by Tyler Hoffman into the corner. Then Hoffman loses it and wants to get it back, but keep away is played by a couple of Sandwich players. One of them, Jake Campbell, who gets it ahead to Zachary Brooks, and it's flipped further into the Nauset end. Chasing this down is Gavin Johnston. Johnston tried to center, but he couldn't. Holds on, though, and he'll pass it downtown. Colin Norkovicius into the slot and then swatted away by Nauset. Big check on the half wall. Didn't make a lot of noise, but it looked big anyway. 20-on-7. That was Ryan Redahan checking Charlie Casino. Now spinning with this one is Johnston. Out to the point. That was contested, but holding on Jake Campbell, and then he flipped it on the backhand. A couple of Sandwich players are changing, hoping to keep things alive. Are the remaining Sandwich players out there? The puck just is kept in on the line by Rob Cardillo, but Nauset from there will punch it out, and Nauset will get the changes. We've played just about 6 minutes of this first period. 0-0 the score. Most of the action has been in Sandwich's end, but that's not to say it's been a dominant performance by Sandwich. Nauset has squeaked through a little bit and gotten some shots. Some of them have been on goal, but at least the others have been good scoring chances. Clear attempt on the near side, knocked down by a Sandwich player, but Nauset will work to get it out the center, and that is exactly what happens. Attempting to throw the puck all the way down, possibly on goal, was Cam Hull. Now the puck was knocked down with a high stick as it was sent into the Sandwich end, and it was from a Nauset player. Sandwich can't escape the zone this time. Puck will go to the stick of Drew McKinnon. Thrown along the far side wall. Cardillo tried to move it along, but then it went back for a shot by Cam Hull. Save was made by Schemenauer, almost at the halfway point now of the first period. Mike Barrasso was almost checked into his own bench by a combination of Shane Silva and Ocean Fancy. Now a pass in front for Miles Walther didn't connect to his stick cleanly, and it's Childers the other way for Sandwich, trying to head fake, gets through and almost got crunched big time by Fancy. Now less than 8 minutes remaining in the first period. It's back for a wrister that goes wide from Jake Campbell from the near half wall. An attempt to get that on net with Caleb McDermott was thwarted. Comes back out in front, shot just missing from Sean Connolly. Another shot save home. That one came in from Zachary Brooks. Nauset needs a clear in a big way, but they don't get it. Shot in the slot, just missing from Connolly. This time, Nauset gets it out the center. Looks like Sandwich will get right back in. It's dumped in by Caleb McDermott. Gone a few minutes without a whistle now. Squirts out the center. Nice poke check by Jake Campbell to prevent that from going further. Whistle and a stoppage. Let's tell you about our sponsors. Game's being brought to you by Cape Cod Healthcare. Cape Cod Healthcare's urgent care centers, ER-trained doctors, urgent care convenience. In Hyannis, Sandwich, Falmouth, and Harwich, get fast access to expert care for minor injuries, illness, or to x-ray suspected sprain or broken bone. No appointment necessary. Visit www.capecodhealth.org for more information. Cape Cod Healthcare, urgent healthcare. Also being brought to you by Monomoy RC and Construction. Servicing all your home buying, construction, and rental needs. Call them at 508-945-0460 or visit them online at monomoyrc.com. Skating up with this is Zachary Brooks. Brooks filters it into the middle and then jammed back out from the slot by John Purcell. Chased down into the sandwich end. And it's an icing call on Nauset. Nothing to score with 6 minutes and 32 seconds remaining in this first period. Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week between Sandwich and Nauset. Sandwich has spent probably about 70 to 80% of the time in this first period so far in the offensive zone. They've moved the puck around well, but as you just saw a moment ago, that little stab away from the slot by Purcell, Nauset has the middle pretty well defended at this point. Off this face-off, jammed around hard. This puck will come to Nick Dadley, but there's also a few Sandwich players that want a piece of it. One of them is Childers. He passes. Oh, and at one time, fanned on by Rob Cardillo. It'll be worked back, and a shot comes in from Drew McKinnon. Plenty of traffic in front, but that somehow made its way all the way to the goalie. Chase Holm was able to make the save. After about 3 minutes or so of whistle-free hockey. Now we get a few here in a row. This puck goes all the way down very slowly into the sandwich end. Rob Cardillo wanted to play the puck around the end boards. He didn't. Thankfully for him, Drew McKinnon was nearby. McKinnon spots a man skating ahead, and it's Mike Barrasso. And good defense on him from Cam Hull. And that chest pawn results in the puck just going right to Chase Holm. This game's also being brought to you by Cape Cod Refrigeration. Family owned and operated since 1996, serving Provincetown, Truro, Wellfleet, Eastham, Orleans, Brewster, Chatham, and Harwich. Call them at 508-349-5821 or visit capecodrefrigeration.com. Face-off win for Sandwich in the offensive zone. Rung around the boards. With this, Caleb McDermott. McDermott loses it to Ocean Fancy. Fancy finds the seam to pass it ahead. Not being able to get past the blue line was Ben Winslow. So it'll be played back to Hull, who was at his own blue line. That was the conservative play there, but Sandwich, right spot at the right time. They'll be able to get it in to the offensive zone. Sean Connolly still with the puck on his stick, forced out the center. And this almost kind of looks like overtime, the way these two teams are playing 3-on-3. Obviously, we don't have that at this level, but just the way that they are both playing pretty conservative hockey right now. Played along on the backhand by Sean Connolly to the far side. Return feed to Connolly. That shot would not go. That looked like it was right on. A little hard to tell from here, but certainly Connolly in a prime scoring area with that puck on his stick. Now cleared down the ice, and this will be icing on Nauset. Tonight's game is being sponsored by Siemens Bank. Founded in 1851, Siemens has continued their commitment to community and has 5 branches from Eastham to Provincetown. Siemens, highly regarded throughout the Commonwealth for its fiscal strength and stability. Siemens Bank would like to wish the Nauset Warriors a great season. They say, let's go Warriors. And this game also being brought to you by Agway of Cape Cod, locally owned, family operated, serving the Cape for over 25 years with lawn, garden, wild bird, and pet supplies. Visit the 3 Agway locations in Orleans, Dennis, and Chatham, and go online, agwaycapecod.com. Thank you for all of our sponsors tonight that are a part of this one. Now there is serious jostling for the puck behind the Nauset net. You might not be able to see it as well as I can, but man, oh man, that was some rough stuff. Everybody kept their composure. They were really getting after each other there behind the Nauset net and offer really nothing there too. As far as Sandwich is concerned, they didn't get anything out of that. Stepping on through and hitting the post is Connor Still. He had a man in front, but that was a good shot opportunity for him, and he just missed. Man plays it out of his own zone for Sandwich. That's Tim Clark. And down the ice now it's Sandwich getting called for the icing with 3 minutes and 53 seconds remaining in the first period. That scoring chance just a moment ago from Connor Still, hitting the left post for Carson Schemenauer. Face-off win clean for Nauset. It's back for Fancy. Turned over, Jonathan Stutzman, and then a couple more turnovers after that. Eventually, it is Nauset controlling with sticks in his midsection. Miles Walther, he gets it back for Cam Hull. That shot is blocked. That's in the pants of Mike Barrasso. That went right down his backside. At least one person that in the stands saw it. All I heard was pants. I needed to say it as loudly as I heard it for you to truly understand. Face off to the left of Schemenauer. It's another win for Nauset. One-timer from downtown by Cam Hull, and the save was made by Schemenauer right on. Now with it is Miles Walther. Walther for Nauset. Just trying to walk it out. He does. But Sandwich recontrols from the red line. Escaping here is Mike Barrasso. And then shot on goal. Save made by Chase Holm with 3 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in this first period. No score. I think Nauset would like to play a little less defense, but I'm sure also they're happy with the chances they've gotten here in this first period. Sandwich has conversely got to be happy with the offense they're playing, but maybe feeling like it shouldn't still be 0-0 at this point. This pass into the middle, and here again, Nauset defends that slot effectively. And now skating away with it is Shane Silva. Silva holding on. Gets checked on the end boards. Getting roughed up by Andrew Childers. What a physical defenseman Andrew Childers is. Caleb McDermott played it, and it's a turnover. Kept in on the line. Childers once again versus Silva. A few other players involved there, but the main participants are Childers and Silva. Childers gets one of his gloves ripped off by the stick. Childers is playing dangerously without that glove. Played around. Nauset keeping it in. Tipped wide of the net by Hunter Coughlin. Childers finally gets it out, and then he retrieves the glove. It was right below us. Nauset puts it right back in. Takes a hard bounce off the end boards. Stashed away by Drew McKinnon. And it'll be played out by Sean Connolly. That's too far for the intended pass recipient, Jack Hemian. It is another icing on Sandwich. Nauset got burned for a few of those earlier in this period. Now Sandwich has the bug. Boy, that tip that came in from that shot that came in from the point. Hunter Coughlin didn't miss by much for Sandwich. Just a moment ago. Not a clean face-off win for Nauset, but eventually puck controlled by the Warriors. This puck on the goal line, J.J. Alger. Boy, get a good look at this one. At least on this end, a lot of slashing going on. Referees are definitely in let them play mode. Could have called a lot of these if you were calling it by the book, but pass that go over the crossbar from behind there by J.J. Alger. That looked like it. Alger now cycles it for Dadley, and Nick Dadley throws it out in front. Sandwich wanted to clear, but they don't get it. Now it's Nauset with some momentum. Now Dadley has a man behind him, and coming in there is Alger, thrown out in front and stashed right to Dadley. Dadley pushes it out. With it now is Hull. Hull spins and gives it to Dadley. Dadley, a cross ice pass. That's a good one for Fancy. That got all the way through, and that keeps the train rolling for Nauset. Now it looks like Sandwich might get the clear they're looking for, and it's steered out off a stick by Barrasso. Nauset sends it back in. They're getting new players out on the ice. One player in on the forecheck, but going out now, Jake Campbell with nobody in front of him. Out to center, Nauset gets it back at the red line with 1:20 remaining in the first period. Oh, and a little bit of a cross up in the neutral zone. Caleb McDermott feeds it across, looking for Jack Hemian. It didn't get to him. Nauset player reached in there and got it away. That trip into the offensive zone for the Warriors doesn't amount to much, but it's recovered in the neutral zone by Cam Hull. Hull with a little bit of stick handling to get it deep. Hull with the penetration into the far corner. Hull's got a man on him. Good strong work there to get it along the boards, and then it's pumped back in deep for Shane Silva. Silva is ridden off the puck by Drew McKinnon, and it'll be Connolly getting it out. Good physical game these two teams are playing. Connolly, long route across the blue line, and it's offside call on Sandwich. 37 seconds remaining in the first period. I don't have to tell you, it's a good crowd here at Gallo Ice Arena. You can see it for yourself. Off this face-off, it is pushed deep into the Sandwich end. Puck into the far corner for Sean Connolly. Connolly tried to pass it, and now it is back and then fed back along by Drew McKinnon. Now it sits there on the half wall, and it's passed down to the corner. Pass will connect to Connolly. Connolly passes back to the man who got it to him. And trying to shoot that was Caleb McDermott. It was blocked, and then that one came in from Campbell, beg your pardon, Childers, and just went wide of the net. Now the net's off with 4 seconds left. There was a man right there at the side. That puck came in close. It didn't quite work out there. Puck went all the way down into the Sandwich end. Carson Schemenauer showing off his stick handling skills. He played it right back down, and all this happening as we have dead time with 4 seconds left. They have not restarted this. Sandwich needs a really clean face-off win if they want to score here with 4 seconds left. Let's see. Puck is tied up there. Man steps in. That was Sean Connolly working off a backhander that was blocked, and the buzzer sounds. These teams really got after each other for the first 15 minutes of play. No score between Sandwich and Nauset. Take a break and come back in just a little bit from Gallo Arena. Welcome back, everybody. We are just about ready for the second period to begin at Gallo Ice Arena. Nauset against Sandwich. 0-0 after one period of play. Both teams had their chances in the first. It'll be Nauset on the near end defending their goal. So we'll get to see Sandwich's ability to move the puck around the offensive zone a little bit more in close. Didn't give you the records coming into this one. Nauset's overall record 3-5. In league and conference play, they are 0-2. Nauset 6-3-2 overall, and they in the Atlantic Coast League are 1-2. Music has stopped. The players are out. The ice has been resurfaced. And the puck is dropped. And period number 2 has begun. It is brought in offside. We got our first whistle 5 seconds in. All right, we'll see if period starts for real now. Jonathan Stutzman, as well as Rob Cardillo, working to get that in. Cardillo with the bullet off the glass. It'll be Andrew Childers to a man that tips it from the blue line. That's Cardillo. Big check on the end board. Stutzman crunching Cam Hull. Batted in from the neutral zone by Nauset's Shane Silva. It goes back. Ocean Fancy sending it deep from the far side boards. Just about takes the referee's head off as Nauset plays it deep. Taken away from Shane Silva by a Sandwich player along the near side and gotten out to center. Having to tag up, wanting to reach for that puck as it went by, and was Shane Silva. Nauset's getting the line change. And now a little drop back. Sandwich was slow getting into the zone because they needed to stay on side. Sandwich able to keep it in, filtered through the stick of Caleb McDermott. Goes all the way around. And now to the near side, Jack Hemian holds on to this one. He passes. Not a clean connection to Childers, who then fired a shot that would not go. Now it's Nauset able to get it out the center. Puck at center ice. Sean Connolly pursuing it. Connolly just, I hear off. Is that, that is the referee saying that to the Sandwich player. So that gives Nauset the time it needs to get it out. And now Nauset on the delayed offside. CJ Still bringing it in. CJ Still with the puck on his stick. It's Connor Still, but I was told he likes to go by CJ, so CJ Still it is. I've seen both. As we played just over 2 minutes in this second period. What a blast that was. Noah Clark, but that did not get on net. But now here's a shot that Hunter Coughlin takes. He didn't get all of that. Pretty easy save made by Carson Schemenauer. This will go back for Andrew Childers in the corner. Tries to clear. It bounces off of bodies, and now it is Sandwich getting it out of the zone. Ahead with this Cam Hull on the far side. Hull, nice little break job there, and he finds Ocean Fancy up top. Fancy knew if he tried to wrist that the way he wanted to, was going to be blocked. So he shot it, and it went wide. This one's cleared out of the zone by Nauset, all the way down. No icing here. Players go for it right below us. And the puck is underneath an Nauset player there, Fancy. And so that results in the whistle. And this face off to the right of Chase Holm. Credit the face-off win to Nauset. Battle for the puck, though, behind the Nauset net. It goes right below us. Mike Barrasso wanted to pass it out. Taken away by a Nauset player. Oh, boy. 15 on 16. Colin Norkovicius with an open ice hit on Ben Winslow. That's our biggest check of the game, I think, so far. And now Ben Winslow tries to bring it in, but whistled for the offside. Look out of play. Into the area where they bring the Zamboni in and out. This is game number 3 for me broadcasting here for the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. So far, no pucks have come up here. I've got plenty of wood to knock on, too. Here in Alumni Corner of beautiful Gallo Arena in Buzzards Bay. Nauset attacking far end of the ice. It's a dump and chase. Still looking for our first goal. We told you about the recent history of these two teams. It does include a scoreless tie. But we're still a long ways from the end of this one. This one's brought in. Jonathan Stutzman sends that one wide of the net. Shoveled along by John Purcell and then shot wide of the net by Childers. But it's okay for Sandwich because it'll go to Jack Hemian. Hemian along the boards. Childers tries to keep it. With other ideas is Nick Dadoli. Dadoli then checked forcefully by Hemian. And this game continues to have a physical tone. Started off that way. Hasn't changed since. Hemian almost able to step on through to the slot. Puck comes to the near side. Sean Connolly looking for this. So are a few Nauset players. Goes right out in front. It'll be skated along by Hull. Hull tries to chip it around Childers. Partial success, but then Childers gives him the business, shoves him down to the ice. Childers is going to get penalized for that hit. First power play of the game will go to Nauset. Didn't see what the call is. I assume it's, they'll say it was interference or roughing, one of the two. My money would be on interference. I think we'll get the call here. Stays in play. Everybody looked up. That puck went up, I mean, a very high height and stayed in. With it on his stick is Miles Walther. Walther passes back. Ocean Fancy gets it across. Cam Hull. He'll distribute. There's Walther. Also out there on the power play is Ben Winslow, as well as Shane Silva. Walther back for Hull. Hull. Walther stepping from the top of the left circle, getting through, but then a couple Sandwich players working to disrupt him, and it's cleared out the center. Hull rather is back in the neutral zone. He'll get it to Fancy just by a shoestring there that was onside. It's Walther passing it back. Didn't hear the call. Of course I didn't. It was announced, but I missed it. Walther, with less than a minute remaining on the power play, brings it in deliberately. He knows he has options, but he holds on. He'll pass now, and that's off the stick of Silva. Silva recovers. This power play unit continues. I think it's the same PK unit for Sandwich. And left back by Walter, just to the line once again, kept in by inches from Hull. Back for Walter, shoots. Save made by Carson Schemenauer. Now a whistle. Chase Holm was going to the net. Is this another penalty on Sandwich? If so, you're looking at 27 seconds of 5-on-3. Roughing call against Sandwich, number 9, Jake Campbell. Five on 3 for 27 seconds. This is a big chance for Nauset. Face-off win for the Warriors. Looks like probably the same penalty power play unit out there. It's Walter passing it down to the goal line, getting it back. Or no, he doesn't get it back, actually. Now he does. Walter in the left circle. It's back for Cam Hull. Pass Fancy. Walter back to Fancy. He's got open net. He shoots and he scores! That's a power play goal for Nauset. Ocean Fancy. Nauset still with 1:37 of power play time. They just got that in under the gun as far as the 5-on-3 is concerned. Here's Ryan Redahan. Redahan gets forced into his own bench, practically, by Rob Cardillo. Hard check there. Right out in front, swatted away from in front of the Sandwich net. And now Chase Holm is going to come out to play it away from the charging Cardillo. Now it's dropped back for Ben Winslow. His shot going wide after he got that drop pass from CJ Still. Ocean Fancy has scored a power play goal. Tell you where he is as far as goal scoring for the season. I wouldn't be surprised if that's his first. Hammered in from the neutral zone by Sandwich on the penalty kill with 35 seconds remaining. John Purcell dumps it in off the glass. It took a weird bounce. It didn't go in as deep as he thought it would. And now a pass the other way for Sandwich's Stutzman. Stutzman, he's got a man in front of him that was Hull. That feed came to Stutzman from Andrew Childers. Now this one's sent through the neutral zone. It'll be gotten to first by Silva, who whiffs on the shot attempt. Now Silva gets knocked down in the circle. It's back for Fancy. It's across for Hull. Wrister saves Schemenauer with 1 second left on the power play. Great puck movement, great keep in for Nauset. Ocean Fancy scores his first goal of the season. Oh, is that, yep, that's it. First goal and just his 4th point. Face off in the Sandwich end. Now we're back to 5-on-5. And so Nauset will be 1 for 2. Man out of the box is Hemian. He gets it for Caleb McDermott. Now a turnover in the neutral zone. Shane Silva crosses the blue line for Nauset. And then tried a little drag there with the stick. It was knocked off a stick after that. Cleared out to the neutral zone by Drew McKinnon, but sent right back in by Nauset. The Warriors have all the momentum here in the second period. Puck out to center ice. It's back at his own blue line for Cam Hull. And Hull off the red line that's painted on the center ice boards. Now it's shallow in the Sandwich end. Got a whistle and a hand pass. Gives us time to tell you about our sponsors, Cape Cod Healthcare. And Cape Cod Healthcare's urgent care centers, ER-trained doctors, urgent care convenience in Hyannis, Sandwich, Falmouth, and Harwich. Visit www.capecodhealth.org for more information. This game is being sponsored by Monomoy Real Estate and Construction, offering real estate construction, management, and development services. Call them at 508-945-0460 or visit their website, monomoyrc.com. Back to 5-on-5. This shot comes in from the point, and Nauset celebrating. A man right in front of the net put that in after a shot from the point. And it's 2-0 Nauset. We'll see who that goes to. Man who shot that in for Nauset was Hull, number 17 from the point. And I couldn't see who shot it in. We'll wait for the official call. Hull will probably get an assist. Nauset with the momentum. Couldn't hear who it was. Still couldn't. Oh, I think he said it was Hunter Coughlin, actually. Sounded like it was Hunter Coughlin who scored that goal. So Coughlin with the goal to make it 2-0, just after Nauset's 2 power plays concluded. Puck comes out in front, kicked away off of, it looks like a Nauset skate, inadvertently. Right out in front, shot on goal, sandwiches goalie Schemenauer making that save. Coughlin's got his second of the season. And we'll have a face-off in the sandwich end. It is one back. It's Ocean Fancy jamming on the near side half wall. Shane Silva whips one from that area that it went to, and it went right in front of the crease to the far side. Sandwich can't clear. Hull's shot, save Schemenauer, big rebound. And Sandwich forces it out to center. It is back for Andrew Childers, and he just steers it along the far side. It'll be carried out. And a few moves there made by Jack Hemme, and then finally shoved down in the slot. Sandwich will try this again, and brought in shallow depth by Sean Connolly before Nauset gets it back. It's Hull throwing it ahead, and then a big check Childers on Ben Winslow. Now puck shot, and I think it was shot, and I had to look away, but the Schemenauers got it. This game is being brought to you by Cape Cod Refrigeration. If you need service for your commercial refrigeration, heating, or air conditioning system, call them at 508-349-5821 or visit capecodrefrigeration.com. This face-off in the sandwich end. Nauset has scored twice. Ocean Fancy and Hunter Coughlin with the goals. Right out in front of the net. It's the last time Sandwich had a shot on goal. Unsure. Jonathan Stutzman gets hit hard on the end boards by John Purcell. Stutzman finds it a little bit almost behind him. It'll go back. The blast! Right on net there from Drew McKinnon. The save was made by Chase Holman. Now here's Nauset. Childers will load it up and fire off the end boards. Nauset can't get it. Shot! Save made home on the offering from McKinnon. Nauset needs a clear in a bad way. They won't get it though. 3 Sandwich players trying to get separation from each other. Wristed from the point. Save made home on the follow-up in front from Cardillo. Save made there by Holm, a big one. Want to also tell you this game's being brought to you by Siemens Bank, Cape Cod's first community bank. Siemens partners with great organizations like the Cape Cod Children's Place to support local families, make a better life here on the Cape. Please go to their website, siemensbank.com, to learn what Siemens may be able to do for you and your family. And they say, let's go Warriors. Nauset digging away in front of the Sandwich net. Nothing happening there, though. And now it's brought in by by Connolly. Connolly finds a man in front, but then he was very well defended. That was Jack Greeley. The other way, it's Walter. Walter drops it. Silva shot saved Schemenauer. And the puck rolls away with under 2 to go in this second period. The shot comes in and it's a score for Ben Winslow. Winslow with an easy Johnny on the spot rebound goal. Hard shot came in. Winslow has made it 3-0 Nauset. Winslow scores his third. This one escapes out the center thanks to the effort from Ryan Redahan. Under 90 seconds to go here. Turnover right in front of the net. Nick Dodoli almost just made it 4-0. Wow. This second period's been all Nauset. We want to tell you also that this game is being brought to you by Agway of Cape Cod, your local source for the pet food and supplies you need to keep your four-legged family members happy and healthy. Visit Agway in Orleans, Dennis, and Chatham, and online at agwaycapecod.com. (3-0) Nauset, the latest goal scorer, Winslow. Couple of assists on that one. I'm not sure who shot it. I thought it was Hull. I'll take a look at the replay in the intermission. A feed from Hemian out in front went off Rob Cardillo, and then Nauset got it out. But now we've got a penalty coming up here. We'll see who this is on. Didn't see what happened there, but it's a cross check. I think it's on Nauset. Let's see. Yes, it is. That penalty going up against August Hand. First power play of the game for Sandwich, very late with less than a minute remaining in the second. Power play time will carry over to the third if they don't cash in. Jonathan Stutzman has great hands. He passes, gets the puck back. He won't shoot. He'll give it off to the far side for a drive that was blocked by Caleb McDermott. McDermott with the shot. And then a follow-up for Jack Hemian. That one went wide. Man with it behind the net by himself, Sean Connolly. Unguarded. Connolly tried to pass it across. Nauset stick interrupted it, but still played down low by Caleb McDermott. It is Stutzman shooting it off of a body. Hemian dealing with Cam Hull. Somebody has lost their stick. It comes to the near side, and that whistler from Childers would not go. And then a shot attempt at the point by McDermott was blocked. And that's it. That's it for the second period. 3-0 to score. Nauset leads Sandwich in a big way, but Sandwich can try and reverse the momentum just a little bit, one goal at a time. If they can cash in on this first power play they've been afforded, that'll carry over to the third period. 1 minute and 4 seconds of it to be exact. We'll take a break. Here at Gallo Arena, it's 3-0. Nauset leads Sandwich. Back in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. The third period is about to begin between Nauset and Sandwich on this Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week. Part 1 on this Saturday night. We've got Falmouth against Barnstable coming up next. We had Falmouth Sandwich before. Falmouth versus Barnstable will be the second game live from the Hyannis Youth Community Center. That'll be a puck drop of 7:30. That's about a half hour up Route 6, so as long as you don't get anything weird in this one, should be able to make it up there with no problem. Let's tell you about the goals that have been scored in this one for Nauset. 3 goals in the second period. First one came from Ocean Fancy. That was a power play goal. And the assist coming from Miles Walther. Then it was Hunter Coughlin with the second goal, and the assist going to Cam Hull. Hull picked up an assist on the third goal as well. That was for Ben Winslow. And also getting an assist on that one was Shane Silva. So Fancy, Coughlin, and Winslow, the 3 goal scorers for Nauset in the third period. And Sandwich operates on a power play to start this third period off. This is their first. This is Andrew Childers. He'll let one fly and knock down a lot of traffic there. It'll be held on to Jonathan Stutzman for Childers, who's looking for a seam. He'll pass it, and then it's promptly rejected, and it's cleared down. Nauset has been just absolutely defending the slot. And that play right there, kind of a microcosm of how things have gone for Sandwich. Just 10 seconds left on this power play, the first of the game for the Blue Knights. Tie up behind the net with seconds ticking off the clock. And we're back now to even strength. Out of the box, joining the play is Ryan Redahan. It's back for Childers. He'll let one fly, and it bounces on net. Save made Chase Home. Tipped a little higher in the slot, but still went to its intended path. Shoveled along by Childers. Nauset able to get it back out, but they send it back in. This is a offside on Sandwich. They never were able to touch it, but didn't get the message. That's partially because there wasn't a lot of communication for them. Player goes down for Sandwich. He's slow to get up. He got hit hard by Ryan Redahan. That was Colin Norkovicius. Play behind the Sandwich net. And it'll be Zachary Brooks playing along far side. Kept in on the line. And Childers for the Blue Knights will get it ahead on the near side. Now to the stick of Mike Barrasso. And now it's cleared out by Sandwich. On the far side, it's Rob Cardillo. Cardillo will backhand one. And that's wide of the net. Kept in near side by Drew McKinnon. 12.5 remaining in this third period. We've played 2.5 minutes so far. Here's Campbell for Sandwich, brings it across the line. He'll step into that one. Left-handed shot on the left wing, but the shot goes wide. And now you see Sandwich, they're just trying to get shots on goal from the outside. Harder, obviously, when you're not in front of the net, and that's though where Nauset has made things very miserable for the home team. Right up the gut here before getting checked, Miles Walther. He'll get it to it. And Walther has got several Sandwich players near him. And Walther just very patient on that movement. From the corner, shoveled along by Shane Silva. And then Walther throws a check into Jake Campbell. It's kept in on the line, and it'll be Cam Hull sending it around. It goes to the near side right below us. Drew McKinnon has company as he went for the puck. And it's Nauset getting the possession back here. Thrown out in front. Off of the stick of Fancy, thanks to the pass from Walther, but he couldn't get a clean handle on it. Campbell with no pressure, or beg your pardon, this is McKinnon with no pressure, but it's a direct turnover, and it's marched right back in. Drop pass from Nick, but then whistled wide of the net by CJ Still. This is Dodoli. He gets to the middle and shoots it over the net. Schemenauer had the reflex to make the save, but he didn't have to. Pumped along far side by McKinnon. Nauset making it difficult to get out. Man wants a shot here, but he's got a man draped over, and that's J.J. Alger, and then another shot comes in. That's off the post. Kept in once again by Nauset, and Sandwich needs it out of their zone in a bad way. It is back to the line. Shot from Ocean Fancy goes wide, but Nauset, this is all good time for them. They're keeping it in. On 3 power play. That was the first and only power play goal. Then blocking it in front there for Sandwich was Campbell. Charge, Stutzman now going wide, putting on the brakes. Stutzman with the great stick handling. He'll fire one up high, and Chase Holm will knock it down. Well, let's tell you about our sponsors for this game. How about Cape Cod Healthcare? Cape Cod Healthcare's urgent care centers, and they are located in Hyannis, Sandwich, Falmouth, and Harwich. Get fast access to expert care for minor injuries, illness, or to x-ray suspected sprain or broken bone. No appointment necessary. Visit www.capecodhealth.org for more information. Cape Cod Healthcare, urgent healthcare. Ahead with this, Shane Silva. Silva's got a step, and he fires it wide of the near post. Jonathan Stutzman stands up his man on the near side. That was Ben Winslow, who's got a goal in this one. Stutzman tried to clear it, and Winslow, a great effort there to send it right back into the corner. Winslow turns it out in front. Great pass. Will a shot on goal be taken? Yes, it's Silva right there in front. Schemenauer makes the save. Silva just wants to get out of this little party of Sandwich players. Meanwhile, Winslow is slow to get up behind the Sandwich net. But he does get up. We want to thank our sponsor for this game, Monomoy Real Estate and Construction, providing a unique, comprehensive, and highly personalized service to the regional real estate community. Let them help you create your own Cape Cod real estate reality. 508-945-0460, monomoyrc.com. Off this face-off, Sandwich will push it out, and they've got 4 players ahead. Here's Cardillo, passes it into the middle, and that one wouldn't connect to the stick of Jack Hemian. Those are the 3 players for Sandwich that you want leading the rush. That line of Hemian, Cardillo, and Stutzman. A shot glanced away by Holm from Cardillo. Beg your pardon, that was Caleb McDermott that took that shot. Now a race for the puck will be, we'll say Sandwich wins the race because it was Schemenauer putting a glove on it. Little stick exchange, Andrew Childers. I don't know, did you see that? Childers got a new stick in a unique way, not from the bench. That's usually where you get a new stick. Three 0 Nauset leads, and they're just choking the life out of Sandwich right now. This pass in the neutral zone, stolen away by Tyler Hoffman for Nauset, carried to the far wall in the neutral zone before it's sent into the Nauset end by Sandwich. With 8 minutes and change remaining in the third period, Jim McCabe here with you, live on YouTube for this Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week, Sandwich versus Nauset. And Nauset scoring 3 goals in the second to break a scoreless tie. Turning in quickly, getting it out of his zone, Tim Clark. But now it's Cam Hull in his own zone for Nauset. He spots an open man, that's Shane Silva. One of the alternate captains will lead it ahead for Miles Walther. Walther gets on by on the wing, shoots it! Schemenauer makes the save. Definitely surprised by that short side shot by Walther. And in fact, it loosened his helmet. And the whistle blows because of the fact that Schemenauer's helmet has not been resecured. Great job by the referee to just park himself there right in Schemenauer's presence, and he asked him if he could watch. He said, "Is your helmet loose?" And I guess Schemenauer said no because the whistle was immediately blown after that. So the face-off will be right at center ice, I believe. And it is face off at center ice. That's won by the Nauset Warriors. Trying to backhand it in deep was Ben Winslow with no success. And it's slapped the other way, down the ice. This puck is rolling, but it's not icing. Boy, that's slowed down just at the last minute there. Last second. McDermott behind the net for Sandwich, comes out, passes. One-timer would not go from Nick Eastman. Starting to see slowly all the names on these two rosters as the game progresses. Man going to the net, he scores! Ben Winslow has his second. Winslow right to the net with the backhander that beats Carson Schemenauer to make it 4-0 Nauset. Winslow with his second consecutive goal. And Winslow scores his fourth, so he has doubled his goal scoring total. Childers passes in front, Cardillo shot save home and then sent wide of the net. Cam Hall and Miles Walther, I think, picking up the assists. For some reason, it's hard to hear the first assist, but then the second one on the PA comes in crystal clear. Not sure how that works. This one, out to Jupiter. JV teams play to a 3-3 tie. Nauset and Sandwich did earlier. We've got Bourne High School coming up next. 2 more varsity games, as a matter of fact, tonight. And Bourne High School is the next one. They will be taking on Somerset Berkeley. This puck rides the dasher in the Nauset end down the ice, and the Sandwich contingent that is watching this one has gone pretty silent, as this is an icing on Nauset. Nauset. It's been a while since, as a matter of fact, I go back. Since 2008, 2009, that's as far back as I can go to find results. Largest margin of win that Nauset has had against Sandwich, these two divisional rivals, was a 4-1 win back in the 2009-2010 season. So this will be the first time in a very long time, if this particular score holds up, or if Nauset widens the lead, it'll be the first time in a long time, at least a decade, that they've won by such a margin. Still time for Sandwich. Don't ring the death knell yet, but if they don't score in a quick amount of time, they might be kissing this one goodbye. Backhanded along, no icing here, and they say the puck touched the stick of Ben Winslow, who's got 2 in this one. Sent around the end boards by Drew McKinnon. Nauset with the pressure. Silva out in front. Man couldn't get the hat trick there. Winslow was trying to settle down a bouncing puck. Now it's McDermott the other way for Sandwich. McDermott on the wing, shoots it home, shoulders it out of play. Chase Holm with a strong stop there. Want to tell you about our sponsors in this game, including Cape Cod Refrigeration in North Truro. Call 508-349-5821 today to schedule a job or get a free quote. They install Mitsubishi ductless air conditioning and heating systems that are quiet and efficient. And they specialize in the engineering, installation, and maintenance of commercial refrigeration systems. Also being brought to you by Siemens Bank, Cape Cod's first community bank serving the Lower Cape communities from Provincetown to Brewster by providing loans for first-time home buyers or anyone starting a new business. They continue to be the quintessential community institution. Please like them on Facebook or go to their website to learn more. Behind the net, it's John Purcell. Played along for Shane Silva and now sent down the ice. And this is icing by just the hair of a chinny chin chin on Nauset. And finally, this game's being brought to you by Agway of Cape Cod. Their greenhouses are now open year-round and stocked with beautiful and easy-to-care-for houseplants, as well as great unique gifts. Visit Agway in Orleans, Dennis, and Chatham, and online at agwaycapecod.com. Thanks again to all of our sponsors. In particular, as you can tell, Nauset games have gotten a few more sponsors, and really great to see the Outer Cape community supporting the Cape Cod High School Game of the Week. Thank you to all the sponsors making this Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week happen this season. 3.5 to go in this third period. 4-0 Nauset leads Sandwich. Latest goal scorer is Ben Winslow, the only scorer here in the third period. None of these have been bad goals, although I gotta confess that, obviously the 3 goals scored in the second a little harder to see, but certainly just looked like a product of a good Nauset offense. Sandwich trying to get on the scoreboard, a man in front backhanding that, Jonathan Stutzman. And Stutzman was denied by Chase Holm. Under 3 to go in the third period. Nauset looking for more. Pass, score! Tyler Hoffman getting the feed from Hunter Coughlin. Tyler Hoffman, number 5, makes it 5-0. Nauset. And that gets a gigantic ovation from the Nauset supporters here. Tyler Hoffman scores his first. Hoffman, the senior. $5-0. Nauset will come away in all likelihood with the win here. A stunned Sandwich contingent. I think we'll have to go back at the records and see if this is the biggest Nauset win ever, as I mentioned. Biggest in at least the last decade. As I still learn about Cape Cod High School hockey, this learning curve, I'm not sure. Did as much research as I could do. The only question now is whether Sandwich will dent the twine at least once in this one. Holm watches as this puck sails over him. Chopped along from the right point by Childers. And with less than 100 seconds remaining in the hockey game. Right out in front. As we play for the final score now. Centered, no. Nauset. Their defense of the slot has been the difference maker in this one. Sandwich had a good-looking offense in the first, but they got frustrated. And then Nauset rode the power play wave to get on top. And then from there, they haven't looked back. Walter got tripped up, no call here. And down the ice icing is called against Sandwich. Let's tell you about the next game these two teams are playing. We got to get out of here quickly to head up to the Hyannis Youth Community Center. Next game for Nauset will be versus Dennis Yarmouth on Monday. And we will not have that game for you. The game we're going to have on Monday is going to be Nantucket against Upper Cape Tech. That'll be the next Cape Cod High School hockey game of the week. DY against Nauset from Tony Kent Arena. That'll be at 4 p.m. in South Dennis on Monday. For Nauset, their next game is next Wednesday. They'll be at home against Plymouth South. Plymouth South will be the opponent for Sandwich next Wednesday. That'll be an 8 p.m. game. 10 seconds left in this one. The game-winning goal is going to go to Ocean Fancy as Nauset is going to get its first shutout of the season. 5-0 the score, a dominant performance. Other goals scored for Nauset, and this one going to Hunter Coughlin, as well as 2 for Ben Winslow, and Tyler Hoffman pots the 5th. Again, the final score is 5-0. And again, after tonight, as I mentioned, not that I need to, but since I've started saying it, I might as well finish. Again, our Cape Cod High School game of the week will be Nantucket at Upper Cape Tech on the 21st. But first, we have a game tonight, and that is Barnstable against Falmouth, heading up to the Hyannis Youth Community Center. And I understand the snow has started falling, so drive carefully. I'm saying that to myself. 5-0 the score. Nauset beats Sandwich on this first half of the Cape Cod High School Hockey Game of the Week doubleheader. Thanks for watching and listening here from Gallo Arena in Buzzards Bay. And we hope that you'll join us for the next half, Barnstable against Falmouth. Hopefully see you then. If not, we'll